Hey guys, this is Joe. I'm gonna do a reading from book. I'm gonna do this one just because it's pretty interesting and it's a good cliffhanger at the end. And it's toward the beginning of the book, which is great. So keeping the YouTube channel alive and the wings keep fluttering on the YouTube channel. Doing what I can for it and not leaving it idle for too long without taking action. So here's the book from partly towards the beginning. Alright, here we go. More people added themselves to the moving pulse and celebration. Some of the characters, like Clearvale, took the hands of the new people who joined the mass to dance along with them. The group passed through the outskirts of the psychologically famished town and continued on as the song played by the Hollywoodic troubadour and accompanied by those who knew it unraveled into its flourishing epilogue. They all rushed into a field with a waiting crowd that blurred over an abandoned railroad track. Voices sang, "By ways of light, this man has killed his clown. He's a master, dissolved his dream, and his search is found. And bravely living the change he's of, the truth is here, and his name is love." The scene was solar blue-orange. People were flooded over the field frantically. Waking states called truth, and with truth came love, the man. He was a big guy who had a dark tan skin with jet black long ropey hair and big blue eyes. He looked like he was distilled out of every one of humanity's races. Youthful, yet wise and seasoned, he appeared to have taken between 25 and 30 trips around this sun, Helios. He wore a white drapery over a small, tight black t-shirt and long, baggy, acid-wash denim pants slightly rolled up. He had no shoes on his smooth feet, which trotted lightly as he beamed down the railroad track towards the multitudes. His thick, tattooed forearms forcefully held one hand against the other in a prayer position over a muscular chest. Love's ink became crisper to her as he drew close, and it showed the tattoo's arrangements. Various separate forms and symbols of providence were agreeably pronouncing themselves agreeably. Nightingales sang out behind him as the two sonic expressions wove into one and ushered forth the love. Who was the love? Who was this man? He was fluid, luminous, and free. And as the last ray of sunlight did dissipate and the sky blackened, the whole dynamic of Anastasia's entire experience shifted from what was before to unveil this incident that was about to birth itself. Love sat down on a huge oil drum. With few motions, he created glowing phosphorus fire in the pit, his front therefore brightening surroundings, taking the endlessly extroverting star-studded cosmos, which did laugh down compassionately at the formulating vortex in giddy anticipation. while the railroad basked vibrantly in its own dilapidation, holding the circumference of the fire pit tangentially with its corroded steel arms and happy blades of grass, painted her vision bright green. Weary figures gathered before the prominent charismatator, fit people clutching pipes and bottles, sugar candy, cigarettes, glass herbs, smolder holders, and cans. Used refuse as seats and chairs. Young men and women were the dominant demographic that we could see. Travelers, woodsmen, vagabonds, hobos, and poor people peppered the open classroom. They were a simple folk who have been given great challenge to see their inner worth. In the complete, total something, like a dozen squared was there. Yes, 144 about. There were those who hunched, and others stood. Someone's younger brother posted outside the chief cluster on top of an oak tree. This kid was high up, overviewing. It was tension that guided Anastasia to a proper viewing place. A man on her right said to her, "Love is a crucial way to all generation." He healed himself, grew color in the dark, and he moves like no one else. Dear lady, breathe deep here, for mountains move when he deals word. So Anastasia breathed deep, and deep, and deep and deep, bringing the electric air from the audience and their toys, the soot, the exhaust from the fire, and the pockets of fresh air, which were gifts from the trees and the wild voids of the nightscape. Oh, yes, into her lungs. Oh, it was fantastic. And then love, the group's focus, sighed and ignited every spectator via precise gesticulation. And with a loud, rounded, deep roar, the man said this.